This tutorial will show you how to create a group set in Blackboard 9.1. To begin, go down to your control panel and expand Users and Groups, and click on Groups. If for some reason you don't see the group option, go down to Customization, Tool Availability, and turn on Groups. Once you click on the name Groups, you'll be brought to the group page. You have the option to create single groups in Blackboard and have students self-enroll, or you can manually enroll them. But in addition, you can also create group sets. So if you have 10 groups, it might be a faster alternative. When you hover over Create Group Set, you also have the option to have students self-enroll, you manually enroll them, or random enroll means that Blackboard will place students in the groups depending on how many students you want in each one. For this example, we're going to manually enroll. Once that manual enroll page comes up for the group sets, you're going to want to give your groups a name. Since we're going to be creating 10 groups here, I'm just going to name them Unit. I can add a description of the group in the text box if I want to. And then if I scroll down further on the page, I want to make the group available, yes. And then at this point I can select what tools I want available to the group. I'm not going to use blogs in this one. Collaboration is an online chat, so that might be helpful. Discussion board, they can create their own discussion boards. They can email each other within their group. They can exchange files. I won't be using journals. Tasks will allow them to create task lists for each other in the group. I won't be using Scholar Course Home, but I will be using wikis. And in this particular selection, I'm going to say I'm going to put in a grade, and I'm going to give them 1 point. If you do select to have it graded, it will automatically put it in the gradebook for you. Allow personalization basically means that the wiki users can personalize their wiki pages. This is only actually visible to that individual group member, so I'm just going to say no to that. And I want to create 10 groups. I'm going to say Submit. So what's going to happen is that this is the group information. It can filter any members that have already been put in a group from the courses if you have another group set created. But right now, it's going to basically give me the list of units. So for Unit 1, I can come in, select my students from the left-hand side of the course and move them over to the right-hand side if I want them to be in Unit 1. And similarly for Unit 10, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, and all the way down the line. So this is where I'm going to distribute my students by selecting them on the left-hand side, using the arrows in the middle to move them over to the right. And once I do that, and I of course only have 2 students in this class, so obviously there's not enough students, I'm going to say Submit. And that will automatically create my group sets. So how to find these groups once they are created is you'll notice that in your group area now, if you go down to your Users and Groups in your control panel and click on Groups, you will see all your units listed here. And for students, you can actually come up and in the blue plus sign you can actually create a tool link and use the drop down to give them a link directly to their groups pages. And then you can also create another one for the wiki area, and that will just allow participants in the class to view the wikis for those groups. And of course you'll want to make it available to users and say Submit. And there we have at the bottom of our navigation the wiki link, and then we can also create another tool link for groups. And of course students who come into this group area will only have access to their own group, but if they come to the wikis, all participants in the class should be able to at least comment on those wiki pages. They can't edit the wiki pages for the group wiki, but they can comment on them.